quick tutorial on how to replace an airbag discrimination sensor is what they call it, crash discrimination sensor on a 2002 to 2006 Cadillac Escalade or any other GMT800 truck. So you're gonna have an airbag light, and when you scan it with a Tech 2 or I guess Autel, whatever scanner can read airbag codes for GM, you're gonna have code B0103 or B0102 or 4, I forget which. One is sensor 1, which is on the driver's side. They're both kind of behind the bumper. Sensor 1's about here, and sensor 2, which B0103 is for sensor 2, is about here. So that's what mine was for. I already replaced it, but you can see the old sensor is cracked right up there. So I think that's just from corrosion. I hope this car wasn't in an accident. But yeah, so first thing you're gonna wanna do is I'm gonna come into the fuse box and fuse the 15 amp fuse right there next to the 30. Is your airbag right here next to the 30. So you're gonna wanna pull that. And if you wanna be safe, you can also grab the, oh, you can't see it at all. Okay, but it's this plug right here, and this is the driver's side airbag. You can unplug that too, and it's a similar plug for the sensor. I don't think you have to. I think if you just take the airbag fuse out, that should depower the whole system. You're gonna wanna wait like a minute after you take the fuse out, and then proceed to the next step. All right, so the next step for this Escalade and at least similar cars is to remove the engine splash panel, and that's just 4 15mm bolts, 2 on the bottom of this cross member and 2 up there that hold that guy in. You can see there's the engine, front of the engine, and now we'll go up to the sensor. All right, so now we are under the car, under the front. There is a fog light, kind of for reference, and hopefully everything focuses fine. But up here in front of this round bar is the sensor. So step 1 is going to be to unplug it. So you're going to take off what's called the CPA, or connector, I think connector position assurance clip. And so that you can kind of pull it by this gently. It comes out like that. And then if I can get up there, you're going to, you kind of have to do this blind, but you're going to push down this tab and then pull the sensor straight out like that. And the second step is, just for reference, connector is back here behind this cross member. That's where it is. And the bolt, there's just one 10mm bolt holding it in. And you don't have to over tighten this. It was a little tricky. I undid the bolt. You have to unscrew it all the way and then kind of wiggle the sensor a bit. So you can see new sensor is in here. There's that tab I was talking about. So yeah, connector first, 10mm bolt out, wiggle the sensor. Careful not to drop or hit your new sensor on anything to break it. And then new one just slots right in. Tighten that bolt down. I think the spec is 10 Newton meters, but I think if you just kind of hand tighten it snug, you should be fine. Connector back in. And then you're gonna want to go up and clear the codes for the airbags, and you should be good to go. All right, and just to make sure, when you go to start up your Escalade, airbag light should blink 7 times. I think that's 4, 5, 6, 7, I think, and then stay off. And don't worry about the ride control. That's it. Will also, before it would have said service airbag there, and that's gone too. So good to go.